Good morning, I'm Samuel Chen, and welcome to Pleasant Hill's annual Tinkers and Thinkers Fair. Hey Izzy, aren't you excited about today's events?
I certainly am, Samuel. Tinkers and Thinkers has a whole lot of fun and exciting booths from all over the STEM community. I'm especially excited to see my high school robotics team, Falcon X.
There's tons of things happening today. Let's check it out.
I'm here with Tessa from Origami Wall Planter. So Tessa, can you tell me a little bit about how you started this whole thing?
I started this whole thing when I don't have a lot of room in my room and I don't have a lot of shelves, but I love plants. So what I do is I put these plants on my wall and I have a lot more room because I love plants, and it's a lot more fun when I can just see my whole room filled with plants. I started it off when I was 5 and now I'm 10. We kept selling them and we kept making them. It's kind of gone down and we have so many extras, so now we're just giving them out for free. These are made of like a special plastic that's better than plastic, but it's still plastic. It doesn't take as long as real plastic to decompose, and it can hold plants and it won't leak through your carpet, and I think it's an amazing idea.
We're here with R2D2 today here at Tinkers and Thinkers. So how are you feeling today, R2?
Sounds good.
Fascinating. What brought you out here to Pleasant Hill? I mean, I'm sure you got plenty of other places to go with the new upcoming movie and everything.
He says he's not busy saving the galaxy right now, so he has time to hang out.
Lovely. What do you think about the Pleasant Hill Tinkers and Thinkers Fair so far?
He says he's having a great time.
I'm here with Councilmember Michael Harris. So Michael, can you tell me a little bit about this event and how it was planned and all the logistics and stuff that go into it?
Be happy to, Izzy. My pleasure. This event started as a Night of 1,000 Inventions about 4 or 5 years ago at the library, and one of the ideas was to show children the wonders of inventions and get them curious about making things. And over the last couple of years, it's just expanded greatly, so that now the Tinkers and Thinkers Fair, so all kinds of activities for kids to do hands-on, teaching them about STEAM stuff, stem cells and technology and energy, and it's just an amazing event. Kids have an amazing time, and people like me who are kids at heart also have an amazing time. And we have to thank Patrick Reamer, our chief librarian, because he's the one who put this all together along with a lot of other folks. But each year it gets bigger and better. A wonderful thing that just shows what a great city Pleasant Hill is and what we can do to help make it an even better city for the folks who live here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bot Bash Parties. We do robot fighting birthdays all over the map.
Hands up.
I'm here with Ron Cruz, who's brought out his Oculus Rift headsets. So can you tell me what brought you out here to Tinkers and Thinkers?
Well, this is the second year that we've been here. We're hosting the Oculus virtual reality. The kids and families can come out and get a chance to experience virtual reality firsthand.
What's your favorite part about virtual reality, and what makes it distinct from, say, like, regular monitor video games and that kind of stuff?
Well, it's the virtual immersement, right? You feel like you're part of the world of this virtual reality. You could actually have limb independence. You could grab and touch things in virtual reality. For instance, in this game here, First Contact, you get first-hand experience with virtual butterflies. Okay, so it's a different world, but at the same time, it's in its early stages of development. All this new virtual reality is starting to come up where you got the Google goggles, Google eyeglasses, and all that stuff. So this is still in early development. Surprisingly enough, the first time that we introduced this to the public library at Pleasant Hill, it was the senior citizen ladies that first wanted to try it. Yeah. So they were doing I think there was a knitting class, and they all jumped on the virtual reality, had a great time.
I'm here with Angie from Falcon X. So Angie, can you tell me a little bit about what Falcon X does?
Falcon X is a student-led robotics club in College Park High School. What we do is basically we build a robot, and then once we're done, we go compete in international competitions with teams from all over the world, like Turkey, China, and it's a really fun experience.
All right, and Amelia, why are events like this and clubs like this important?
Events like this and just going out in general and introducing yourself to the public is a good thing. People are very interested in this new field of STEM, and a lot of people are interested in supporting it too. Supporting students like us, people younger than us, middle schools, high schools, even elementary schools now, to come support STEM and the future innovators.
And how does Falcon X help out the STEM community?
Well, basically we allow students to come here and learn with, even if they don't have any background experience, they can come in and we will teach them everything they need to know, because what we want to do is that we want education like this to be accessed for everyone.
I'm here with Mayor Carlson. What brings you out here to Tinkers and Thinkers today?
Oh, this is one of the highlight events of Pleasant Hill. We partner with and sponsor this event through the Rec and Park and through the library. And just to see the kids is really a tremendous event.
Lovely. What's your favorite part about hosting the Tinkers and Thinkers Fair every single year here for Pleasant Hill?
Oh, there's so many things here. I mean, between the animals and the activities, but it really is watching the kids and all the exciting things they get to learn about and get to experience, and the hands-on that they get to do. That's really tremendous.
What kind of things did the city have to do to prepare for an event like this every single year?
Well, the good news is we don't have to do a lot. Essentially, we're financial sponsors and we partner, but it really comes down to the hard work of the Rec and Park District and our library. Team, as well as Rec and Park. They're just exceptional people. Put a great program together.
with Jacob Wetmore from Diablo Valley College Mesa. So Jacob, can you tell me a little bit about what you guys do?
Mesa is a STEM program on the DVC campus where we support students with tutors, teachers, and study spaces. We also help them out with internships, volunteering opportunities, and in classes. Some students we reserve seats for students in certain higher level classes. What we're doing here today is trying to help little kids get involved and interested in STEM or those science experiments. So like with this one, oobleck, or it's considered a non-Newtonian fluid, but most kids know it as oobleck. It's simple to make. It's a 2-to-1 ratio to water and cornstarch, so kids can do this at home with their parents. It's easy to clean up, and it's fun. Like I spent like hours just messing with this stuff. Then we have a dry ice, which is a bit more dangerous, just like little kids do, but still quite interesting. It makes sense for maths, engineering, science achievements.
This is CJ. Hi, CJ. Please don't touch CJ, okay? CJ does,
I'm here with Mrs. McKeegan, who designed the Curiosity Junior rover. So can you tell me a little bit about it? It bears a striking resemblance to the one that's actually on Mars.
Yes, this is CJ, as I call him. It's a quarter-scale model of the rover on Mars. The rover on Mars was sent up in 2012 and is still running. But I built CJ mostly for a library event. I work for the Contra Costa County Library. And they were doing some events this summer, so I built CJ, and it's been a labor of love. I started in March, and most of it's 3D printed. I've designed some electronics for it, and it's far from done. I still have more detail to do, but I've been bringing them to events and just spreading information about the Mars project.
You put a labor of love into all the makings of the rover. What was your favorite part about designing CJ?
Getting better at designing 3D printing parts. So I've designed a bunch of parts. I've learned a little bit about engineering and structure design, and I just like to learn as I go. I actually don't have a lot of background. I just kind of look a lot of stuff up.
So just you're building out of passion essentially and learning all the ropes.
Right.
I'm here with Christian from Playwell Technologies. So Christian, can you tell me a little bit about what your group does?
We teach Lego engineering to kids. We build all sorts of projects. Like here we have a gear and motor powered car that runs on top of this wall, which is a gear track itself, and gears kind of serve as the wheels here, which help it run. And then we have we learned about pneumatics. We have a pneumatic air pump powered forklift here, where it's a little slow right now because it doesn't have a lot of air, but when it's pumped up, we'll be able to flip the switch to power the forklift like that. And then over here for the littler kids, I'm kind of teaching the concept of building a pyramid. It's a hard structure to build that's actually extremely strong once it gets to the top, and I like kids to get that experience of building it.
And why do you think groups like this are important to the community and to the kids in it?
I think it just helps inspire kids really young to, use their brains and use their hands, and it gets them away from too much screen time or isolation, and it helps them get out and just I think building is a really important skill for humans in general, and I think the earlier we can get kids to build and discover, what makes something stronger, what makes something faster, slower, like with projects such as this, I just think it's a healthy enrichment for development.
I'm here with Gary and Gwen Kraft. So can you tell me, what are these archaic machines that you've brought here to Tinkers and Thinkers?
This is going to sound strange to you, but some of this stuff is not archaic to me, it's new. That's archaic. Yeah. Anyway, that is a 1923 Underwood typewriter. A typewriter is a machine that has a keyboard, much like a computer would have. But it doesn't send anything. It doesn't answer telephones or cook your breakfast. It just types print. It prints. That's an old fact. Now you can send on that, but it doesn't receive. That, believe it or not, is an old clock radio from the early digital clock days. In the cabinet, you'll see what a clock looked like. The old big hand is on, little hand is on time-telling method. Polaroid camera. This is when they came out with the Polaroid film that would develop in the camera before cell phones took pictures. That's an iPod. I don't know enough about iPods. This is new to me. But that's an older iPod. And this is an old camera that used film. That's an old Nikon. I didn't even look and see what one it was. But that's what they took pictures with before cell phones.
I'm here with Wendy, Susanna, and Alan from Friends of Pleasant Hill Creeks and Mount Diablo Audubon. So, Wendy, can you tell me a little bit about what Friends of Pleasant Hill Creeks does?
Well, Friends of Pleasant Hill Creeks was formed to promote the environment and the creeks in Pleasant Hill. And we do a bird survey, and we're involved with water quality monitoring and just having fun.
And Susanna, what does Mount Diablo Audubon do?
We promote conservation and education about birds and in general nature. And we're partnering with Friends of Pleasant Hill doing the surveys. And we here today, we have some game for the kids. We have free activities for kids and grown-ups. You can come to our meetings every month. We have speakers, and it's a non-profit, so it's free.
Alan, why do you think it's important to show up to events like these?
Well, it's really fun to get kids excited about the natural world around them, observing the birds and the wildlife around them. And we have a great abundance of that in our creeks. One that runs right by the new Pleasant Hill Library is full of birds. And so we wanted to get kids excited about birds in their own yards by having them make pine cone bird feeders and educating them about the nests that they might see in their own yards. It's been a lot of fun.
Why is it important to educate kids and inspire them about the natural world?
Well, I think that it's important to be able to connect with the natural world, because if we lose this planet, then what do we have left? And so you have to start early when the kids are young to really be interested in the nature and birds and the environment, and just get out there and get away from their computers.
So this is someone who needs no introduction at all, Patrick the Librarian. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far.
I'm having a blast, Sam.
So if you recall, last year, Tinkers and Thinkers was at the Pleasant Hill Library. Why did they change the venue?
So, the Tinkers and Thinkers, the whole thing is getting bigger. In fact, it's 30% bigger this year. So we moved from the teen center across the park into the senior center, where we've got even more room. Someday, maybe we'll be taking over the whole park. I don't know. We'll see. It keeps growing. So whatever it takes to feed the beast.
What are your future plans for Tinkers and Thinkers? Anything exciting that you can be thinking about for the event?
Absolutely. So one of our big goals with Tinkers and Thinkers is really celebrating our youngest inventors. So that means students and young entrepreneurs. And we want to bring more kids here to showcase what they're doing. Outdoors, we've got the Lizard Kings. He brings his own reptiles to show off his knowledge. And we have someone doing origami planters. She kickstarted a successful campaign for this amazing creation. We want to showcase our young creators, and then also bring in educators and other folks who are involved with youth to showcase what's happening in our schools as well. So that's a big focus for us, and we're seeing even more of that this year.
What was your favorite part about this year's Thinkers and Thinkers Fair? I saw a new Curiosity Junior rover. I saw R2-D2 return. It's wonderful.
Yeah, they're so much fun. It's always hard to choose, right, Sam? So it's so hard to choose. Well, I think two of our really big exhibitors this year, the balloon mural behind us, which is super fun. They're actually making this inflatable mural. It's going to be a giant lit up light bulb, super cute. And then also outdoors, we have Kinetic Steamworks. They've got this big rig, a real steam engine that's powering a 19th century printing press. And they're printing away out there. It's just such a cool, funky kind of steampunk device. Everyone should check that one out too.
Thank you. And of course, the question that you will already be knowing about, any new updates on the library?
Yeah, so we hope to break ground next year with an opening of the new beautiful library with a makerspace in fall of 2021.
Woo, woo, aboard, aboard. Woo, woo. Check it, woo, woo.
And then if we do, we can. I'm here with Marsha from Kinetic Steamworks. So Marsha, can you tell me a little bit about what is behind us right here?
Absolutely. This is a early 1900 Chandler and Price printing press. They used to use it to print back in the old days. So we're here today to show how printing was done. We're handing out these really cool coasters as well.
And what does your group normally do?
So our group does everything steam related. We restore steam engines, and then we also do kinetic art run off of steam. We also do other things off the steam engine. We have a player piano. We have a couple of very large traction engines at the shop, and a couple of steamboats as well.
And why do you think it's important to preserve mechanical parts of history like this?
Well, this is pretty amazing. It's over 100 years old, and a lot of folks scrap this kind of equipment. And what's really cool is people come by and they understand how things used to be done. Kids now can look and see what printing used to be like. And I have a lot of people who come by and say, wow, my grandfather used this, or I used this in school, and they really like to see it and reminisce. But this thing still works like a top, and it makes some beautiful designs.
I'm here with Tim, again, another man who needs no introduction. What brings you out here today?
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm here to enjoy the Tinkers and Thinkers 2019. This is just an annual event that is super enjoyable to really, kind of connect with your inner child again and, get to some science experiments and just general creativity. It's fun.
Why are events like Tinkers and Thinkers important for the city of Pleasant Hill?
Oh, I think one, kudos to our civic partner, the Rec and Park District, for putting on this event. The city supports it. But these kind of civic events really create community here in Pleasant Hill, and it gives us our sense of identity. And this is why Pleasant Hill is at the center of everything.
We've tinked and we've thinked, and now we're ready to call it a day. What was your favorite part, Samuel?
Well, seeing my old friend R2-D2 back here at Tinkers and Thinkers certainly was a treat for me. I also loved all the other really interesting robotics, such as the CJ or Curiosity Junior robot. Overall, the crowds are just fantastic. What about you, Z?
I love seeing the old 1900s style steam engine and printing press, and I can't wait to see what's in store next year. We'll see you then!